Gallery. First of all, Sarah, what is the name of the show and how long is it up?
The show is Presence and Absence, and it's up for the next 2 weeks. It closes on the 15th of February.
So obviously there's a lot of domestic settings happening in here. Above all, I'm the most curious about your material choice and how that relates to your subject matter.
Yeah, sure. For me, I have a lot of pieces that are mixed media. And a lot of those pieces are using material that you would find around the house, paper, a lot of bed linens. In fact, some are from my grandparents' house, and I got those hand-me-downs. But also to sort of be a foil to that, I wanted to use some materials that were very simple. So I have a lot of just paper pieces, and in fact, instead of adding charcoal or pencil or something like that to the paper, I made a mark by making a hole in the paper. So it's literally just paper. So it's kind of a nice compliment to that, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a nice compliment too. I'm curious also, how did you come up with the idea of putting the holes in the paper? And like, did you experiment a lot with it, or was it just like, I got it?
Actually, it came after I'd done a series of small line drawings in pen. And I was meeting with Janice Pitsley, who's a professor of drawing, and she is my thesis committee chair. And she said, you know, I saw an artist once who punched holes in paper as part of her drawing technique, and I knew that I had to do it, and I had to do a lot of holes right away. So I first got the inspiration from her, but it connects back to sewing I did as a kid, and my mom has always been a sewer, and so I learned so much about the history of sewing too, in terms of American history through her and growing up, and so that's kind of how I came upon the holes.
Great. Well, and baby's due. Went 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Look at you. Your show and the baby in 2 weeks. It's very exciting.
My husband and I are already so proud of our son for staying put.
Right? Like, please stay, please. And by far the cutest shoes I've ever seen at an opening. Thanks. You got to get him, Jordan. Bye.
I'm gonna look at it.
It's true. We do have aged.
Okay.
Wasn't her.
Which one?
There's a lot.
There's a lot. Okay. Maybe I didn't get all of them.
Gallery at the show To Die For with Erica Anderson. Erica, tell me a little bit about your piece and the non-traditional shape.
Okay, well, my piece is a reliquary to what I'm calling a UFO component, but is really just a piece of scrap metal, but let's pretend. Okay, so I'm doing this whole body of work that's about UFOs and aliens and like how like humans react to like unknown phenomena like that. So this is like basically supposed to be sort of like a prehistoric style artifact that someone might find. So I did like, I've got like the crackle effect, and I've got like these cave painting like images to kind of create that sort of aesthetic.
Where do you find the inspiration for your images? Do you like Google image search, or do you have books, or?
I look at indigenous art such as like Hopi imagery and just any imagery that I can find that kind of like has there's like these mysterious shapes or figures that people don't know what they are, but like they kind of look like spacemen or monsters or aliens or something, and that's the kind of thing that influences the supposed ancient alien astronaut theory that I kind of play around with in my work, because I don't necessarily believe it, but it's one of the theories that relates to it.
Have you seen Ancient Aliens?
I have, and I'm embarrassed by it, and it has nothing to do with my work.
I was gonna say I believe that stuff. I don't know.
Like, to a certain extent, they have like good information, but the show itself is awful.
Yeah, it's a little sensationalized. A little bit. All right, great. That was a great interview. Your first interview. Congratulations.
By yourself?
Yeah, my husband at 100 at the Drawing and Painting BFA show. What is the title of the show, or how should I say, how do you properly pronounce the title of the show?
Technically it's called MISC, short for miscellaneous.
Clever. I like it. Okay, so talk to me a little bit about the combination of subject matter with the spray cans and the figurative paintings.
Well, anyways, sorry, this guy's making me laugh here. I started off with the spray can piece on the first thing that you look at, because my artistic endeavor, whatever you want to call it, started in urban art, like kind of graffiti style. That's kind of where it all started. And then my passion moved to a more academic approach, and so it kind of shows my progression from the urban to the more academic realism, portraiture, and stuff like that I really like.
Yeah, the urban influence is really great, and I love your color choice. It's just like super outrageous, but I really like it. So second of all, how do you go about in your academic career choosing your subjects? Is it people who are close to you? Are they models? Are they photographs?
They're usually photographs of people who I know and have made some kind of positive impact in my life. The painting right behind me is a painting of my wife, and obviously she's been an amazing blessing to my life. I have portraits of friends who've been strong influences in my faith, who've been there for me and carried me through hard times, and people that inspire me. So.
Awesome. That's really powerful. Good to hear. Awesome. Thank you. I said awesome like 17 times.